All right, cool. So let's go here. All right. I hope you all been taking good notes. So I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty long, but I will get into starting in the middle. It said, keys to being non-judgmental. Being non-judgmental is best for superiority of mind. The non-judgmental mind is a sign of an enlightened person. Judgments burn energy, bias burn energy, and become limitations of your mental faculties and lessens your ability for higher reasoning and logic. Often we are limited by our belief system, our programming, and our languages, which is our code, which form the programming of our pattern of thinking. But what if your current programming is outdated and we are limited by environmental factors and dogma impressed upon our minds? So we judge people who aren't like us and who don't fit into our current paradigm of thinking, or whom we don't understand because our minds don't allow us to accept things we don't understand, which is why we become weary of people and call them weird. Just about all of us are guilty of having bias. I have plenty of bias, but the difference is I reprogram my mind not to waste energy on them. So I've learned not to act out these bias, which take away from being in synchronicity with my environment. By avoiding giving energy to your bias, your mind now has more energy for intuitive thinking and synchronized opportunity observations. Most people waste good energy of the mind on their bias instead of higher reasoning for decision making, which is the proper function of the mind. Our mind and body system only have so much energy. We are often imbalanced between our left and our right brain, and the most of our bias comes from our ego, left brain function. The practice of things like meditation help with things like this, as I touch on this key about prayer versus meditation. When I was younger, I would judge people all the time, being weird, ugly, fat, stupid, gay, different religions, whatever they may be. Now, not once have I ever got paid for any of my judgments, nor have they ever provided me with a greater degree of success. Simply, they aren't worth anything. So I wonder, what would life be if I stopped giving energy to them? What if I interacted with these people instead of judged them? Surely a person's face or faith doesn't change because I'm not judging them. But instead of the shallow bias of physical observation or religion ideology, I search for value, programming my mind to start scanning the rooms I walk in now for not from the point of judgment, but from the point of unbiased observation. And what I realized is I'm missing out on the most valuable things in my environment because I was wasting energy on my observatory powers. Observatory powers. People are often judging us, finding things that we have in difference instead of finding the things that we have in common. Oftentimes, people judge celebrities because of their lifestyle choices, like how they spend their money or who they with, and judge so much they're blinded by all the things you can learn from them. Imagine running across a man that claimed he knew everything and he had all the answers to wealth, God, and the origins of the universe. And let's say, for the sake of this example, he actually did, but he walked around with 666 and swastikas on his face and proclaimed to be an atheist and dressed in gothic clothing. For a large majority of us, the very sight of him would trigger all sort of bias, which would possibly prevent us from interacting with him at all. Some heard the word atheism word thrown off. Some will see the number 666 and turn around. The other will see the swastika and possibly attack him. But imagine being an enlightened being, and when this man enters your sight, you waste no energy in your judgments. Instead, you interact with the opportunity to learn something so it can benefit your life. Imagine having a totally reprogrammed, upgraded brain that allowed you to interact with opportunities. So in every instance in life, you have an increased chance of success and you have more energy for things that matter. We have what I believe are, key judgments that we use the most: morality, sociability, competence, physical observation, social status, social media, and ideologies. And I'm about to give a breakdown of each one, or a small breakdown of each one. So number one is morality. Most of the time we judge people whether this person is upright or moral. Are they righteous? Are they good? Are they bad? Making judgments on a person's character is judging their morality. Sociability, friendliness, likability, kindness, how they make us feel. Do I like them, alpha male or female? Are they a leader or a follower? When you're judging if you like a person, you're judging their sociability. Competence, how capable we think the person is at accomplishing his or her goals. Are they mature, great managers of self, independent, clingy, or reliant? Whenever you judge someone's intelligence, skillfulness, and confidence, you're making a competence judgment. Physical observation, how a person looks. Are they attractive, ugly, or beautiful? How they dress, body type, height, ethnicity. Are they black or white? Anytime you're judging a person by outside appearance, you're making a physical observation. Social media, how many followers, likes and comments, influence, popularity, etc. What's the aesthetic of their posts? Who are they associated with? Are they verified? What's their growth rate? Are they an influencer? Any judgment based off someone's social media presence is a social media judgment. Ideologies, what they believe, what's their religion, Muslim, Buddhist, Christian, are they spiritual, atheist, conscious? Do they share my political beliefs, right wing, left wing, Republican, Democrat? Any judgment based off a person's belief system or politics in an ideological judgment. The non-judgmental mind is clear and focuses on value and power within their environment. Where the normal man notices fault, they seek value. My biases still exist because I enjoy having biases. We all discriminate. So the things that make us comfortable, that make us uncomfortable, don't disrupt our peace of mind. But they should not be our limitations as far as how how far we go in life. I can converse with a white, black, ugly, ignorant, gay, or atheist person all the same because who someone is doesn't affect me. And in turn, my dialogue will be to seek value. When you finally start to reserve that energy and put it, instead of putting it into your bias, you find opportunity unlocking around you. I feel sorry for the man who is most affected by all the things he hates because he observes them the most. Imagine a computer that has judgments and how that would affect its efficiency. An artificial intelligence wasted on judging society instead of computing data and running algorithms is worried about your political belief, what people are wearing or what faith they are in. That would take up a lot of processing power and data. The same is for ourselves. If we don't delete our programs within our mind and take up unnecessary space and energy, we can run more efficiently and operate within our higher consciousness in tune with the universe and the things around us of source. You will not be able to observe synchronicity and find the meaning in otherwise meaningless things. How many people judged the internet when it first came out instead of understanding it? The same with social media and everything else. When there's so much opportunity in abundance and still is today. I watched a documentary about some white guys in Silicon Valley who started off social media because when the internet came around, they were interpreting the meaning of this new merging, shifting paradigm when 99% of the world was judging it. And while the majority of black people were distracted dealing with the system, which we can no longer afford to miss out on the everyday opportunities that are currently presenting themselves in reality, which we can use to operate and interact with. When I started my brand, it was because I was understanding the time we were in. Donald Trump had just got into office, and instead of getting mad and judging, the guy and being enraged with the chaos of the moment, I understood the opportunity I was being presented, the why. There is always a why, and there is always a positive to the shift. So for so long, my family lived in our own paradigm, not the dominant. Consciousness was our norm. We were ostracized for the way we thought, and we seemed pessimistic towards the new optimism that somehow Obama meant we were moving forward, which in reality only made us more comfortable with the dominant paradigm because paradigm shifts are uncomfortable changes. And many people have been rocked to sleep by the first African-American family in the White House with the new face of business for white supremacy or white patriarchal intellect, aka the corporation of America. Where Donald Trump came into office, I made a vow the same day, I made a video the same day I was smiling on how I knew that this was going to be an opportunity that I was waiting for. And at the time when people were forced to see America, people will be forced to see America for what it is. A time where I knew that being a black masculine Muslim intellectual such as myself would be needed. Because remember, we've been talking about this, me and my family always been talking about this and being ahead of the curve. So I began to build my platform and I was validated by my results. Instead of judging the president, I decoded the opportunity because I had enough necessary information to observe the synchronicity of the time that we were in. So, that was just the 7 key judgments, and then an example of how you have more processing power to interpret reality when you're not wasting your time on the chaos. You're not wasting your time on your judgments. You're not wasting your time on your habits. You have to consistently update yourself and reprogram yourself. And I'm sure a lot of you all may work with people and deal with people who you judge every day you're going to work. I don't like her. I don't like bruh. I don't like this and that. Instead of, if you interact with them in a different manner, they don't have to like you. You can maintain whatever it is that you dislike about them, but then don't give it no energy. Instead of, I wonder, this person I hate, I wonder if I start listening to them. I wonder what could I learn from them. Like if you really practice that, but that takes a lot of mature management of self to even be able to learn from someone that you dislike. When I worked at Prada, I learned Chinese from a bunch of people that I disliked. But when it was time for me to get a raise in the company, I was able to take all of their sales skill, all of their language learning ability, and I was able to use it for self to push me to the next level to where I could make my first 6 figures. And one thing that impressed upon the bosses that I had at the time, they said, you know what, I realized, I know you don't even like so-and-so. I know that you really dislike that person. But what it really impressed me was you had to been sitting back and learning all of their tactics this whole time. And I'm like, yeah, my judgments don't stop my opportunities. You know what I mean? So being non-judgmental is another thing that I want you all to focus on, like I told you last time, but I'm sure many people didn't, so I wanted to correctly define it this time. Don't focus on your judgments. My brother Runway, how many people you think judge you based off your tattoos and your green hair when they could be learning something so that they can get those results that you get?
Bro, I get that. I get that everywhere I go. I was just on a flight. My son, we was coming back from Australia, and I met this dude, and he was non-judgmental. He was a Caucasian guy. He started talking to me, and we actually connected. Like, we actually connected with some information that actually helped my business. But had he would have not said nothing to me, I wouldn't even know. I was basically looking for funding for my salon, basically, because I wanted to, like, I'm always trying to create other opportunities. So I wanted to train some girls, but I wanted to make my salon like a mini school. He said, hey bro, listen, I got a girl, she's based out of California, like, this is what she does. And I was like, wow. But he said something to me first, but we could have just sat on the plane right next to each other for a 14-hour flight and not said nothing based on, how I look.
Perfect example, right? Because I believe that there's always opportunity in our environment, right? And I believe that we always leaving money on the table. Our judgments cost us so much money. So even that, Runway, you wasn't going to speak to him, right? So
no, I was, but like in most of the situations, I think he's not going to speak to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm always gonna speak because I'm not carrying the judgment. I am who I am. I look how I look. I can't change that. I'm comfortable with me. I live in my truth. I spoke to him, and then that's when he spoke to me and actually initiate. But he didn't have to, like, he could have just spoken, just just left it at that. He didn't have to. Right. He didn't have to, continue a conversation. He initiated the conversation. I just initiated the high.
Imagine how many people we've sat next to, that we've met, that we've judged, that we're supposed to interact with the opportunity to be able to converse with them and build. Because
absolutely.
You lose. Not the person you judging don't lose. You losing.
Right.
The person you loses too, because like you said, you don't interact with that person. That could have exchanged into a business relationship. But
yeah.
That's the thing, is that imagine a society where nobody is judging each other, or at least you were not judging nobody, and you are consistently operating in the flow of being able to seek opportunities. But our judgments are like blocks, and we're supposed to have a higher consciousness to where it's just always flowing. You know what I mean? But our judgments are our blocks of programming. These things, they're chunks of information that we have towards the next person, and it's making our thinking like blocks when it's supposed to be like your will. It's supposed to, consciousness is supposed to flow. So it's stopping you from actually accessing reality and the opportunities that are around you. But sometimes you need to find the meaning in otherwise very small, minuscule, meaningless things. You may be judging a person off his tattoos instead of, saying that this person is on the same flight that I'm on. Let me think about this. They're on the same flight that I'm on, going to the same place that I went to. What are the odds that this person sitting next to me, and they may have some value? Let me look at who this person is. They might even give you some sort of hint to the opportunities that may be in reality. They might, have something like that they wear and that you can use as like, yo, I like that watch, or just to create an exchange opportunity. But there's so many things that when we really think about it, we can find meaning in how this can be an opportunity for us. But if we distracted by our judgments, we distracted by the chaos, we distracted by anxieties, all these different things, we don't even start interpreting the meaning of our situations. We walking into this room, we're not even interpreting the meaning, even listening to certain conversations, to peeking and hearing certain things. Like when your mind has the energy to where it's only seeking value, that's what you will find. When your mind is seeking judgments, that's what you will find. You understand me? So the point is that you change your flow, and now your consciousness is in tune with reality. Like if you want to start finding 444s, as I always explain, that means that your mind has to have enough energies to start observing those things, which also means you have to cut off some of your judgments, because you won't be able to see those small little numbers start to randomly pop up, because your mind is so distracted by everything else that's going on. Don't you know that those numbers are everywhere all the time? But how come on certain days when your mind is more clear, you observe the synchronicity and then you interpret the meaning of what that means? Only that non-judgmental mind, the observer, creates what they observe. That's quantum physics. You know what I mean? So, but every person's reality is based on their level of observation. So a person with lower consciousness is creating a low level of observation for them to observe, in reality for them to live. A person with higher consciousness is going to walk in a room. Imagine if I'm a Marine, or I'm one of those special forces, or I'm an FBI, investigator. When I walk in a room, I'm going to see it totally different than the way you're going to see it. I'm going to notice the small little things that a person wear, how they walk, the tweak in their accent to let me know who they are, where they're from, what they do. But if they walk in that room and they judging them, that person is this, that person is that person a Muslim, they're not looking at that. Their programming is geared towards how, what, and when, who. You know what I mean? So that's what they're finding. But the average person doesn't have that. The average person just walks around with their programming and their judgments just on 1,000, looking at all their judgments. And the only time we sync with somebody is when they look like us and we agree with them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's a black bro. You know what I mean? Cool. That's my brother. He tapped in. Here, you done passed the 10 Chinese guys that could have been possible business partners in some venture or something, or it could have gave you some information. You know what I mean? Like, we have to be entities that are much better above that. So imagine if you walk and you came, here's a great example of that. If there was another planet that you came from, and you don't know none of these people on this planet, they all look alien. You don't have any judgments towards them personally. None of these judgments that you have on your other planet will apply to them. You would treat every person like they're new. You would just try to figure out, damn, what's going on here? What's this knowledge I can learn from them? Who's this person? You would walk around with a whole different programming because none of those people will fit into your judgments. You know what I mean? So all the way you interact with them will be purely different, right? So you have to imagine when you walk outside tomorrow, imagine all of these people are like those aliens. And instead of you judging them based off your current programming, you judging them based off, these people have something that they can teach me. Everybody has something I can learn from. You interacting with them the same way when you travel, you go to a new place, everything feels new. You know what I mean? But in America and abroad, because we have a collection of our programming, it limits our consciousness and it also limits our opportunities. So you may be a Christian judging a Muslim who have exactly what you need. You may be a Muslim judging an atheist who have the opportunity you need. You may be skinny judging a fat person who, you know what I mean? It's like all of these different things that stop us, that stops our flow. So, I kind of wanted to, leave you all with that challenge, if you will, of the non-judgmental. And, I also want to leave you with something tangible as far as completing those goals. Like I say, I want everybody to make some content. I want you to be content creators. This is very important. I don't care what business, what industry, what personal brand you're doing. I want you to create content of a high level, though. But I don't also want you to spend so much time on doing it. I want you to just create good, authentic content. I don't even want you to think about it too much. I just want you to record yourself talking. And then I want you to go over that conversation and listen to it for certain keys that you put in there. And then I want you to take a 1 minute of it and I want you to upload it. Send it to me, matter of fact. And if it's good, I'll pick the top 2-3 people. You just take 5 minutes. And I want you to, matter of fact, you can make the content about this subject, being non-judgmental, right? Or something that we talked about in here. You take, 5 minutes of talking and then send it to me, and whoever has the best content, I'm going to repost the top 3 or 5 people or something like that so that I can send people towards your brand. Help me help you. But make sure you have in your bio, make sure you have your product. Make sure you have your service. And if you don't have yours, don't be so selfish to where put a friend's product in your bio. Put a friend's business there. If you don't have one, do somebody else's. This is how selfish we are. So you got some people that's making great content and they won't put their friend business in their bio. You know what I mean? But they don't want to do, but they just on here at social media just to be on social media. But it's like, those are the sort of things. Like you can even ask companies like, yo, I don't actually want to sell for you, but can you pay me to just put your link in my bio? People will pay you. You know what I mean? Because as long as you're getting attention, people are clicking that link. People are clicking that link. You know what I mean? Like somebody could pay me because I got my link tree set up where it allows me to put multiple different things under, and it lets me know my analytics for each click. Some of them are getting thousands. Some of them are just getting hundreds. But guess what? Those would have been clicks that you never would have gotten unless it was in my bio. So that's the way I want you to explain it to people. We are in a different reality now. People are here judging social media. It's this, it's bad, it's that. It's a tool. It's a tool. Use it. Business is not done the way you think it was going to be. 90% of the way that we're going to use the internet in the future hasn't even been figured out yet. So think about the internet like you in the year 2030 and you looking back like, man, niggas wasn't even up on this. I remember in 2019, we was trying to figure this thing out. The same way Cass was in 1995 when the internet first IPO with Netscape and it became the first billion-dollar company without any marketing, without any real business plan. They had a business plan without any like revenue stream at first. It changed the way Wall Street did business. But the majority of people in the black and brown communities wasn't thinking about how great the internet opportunity is. That's some shit for like white boys and shit. Like we was thinking like that's some square nerd shit. We was judging the fuck out of it. When the opportunity could have been that let me interact with what this thing is, because that was the same year that they created social media.
You know what's crazy, bro? The crazy thing is, bro, I'm gonna tell you how brilliant we was. We been coding and all that stuff. I saw you post something about the dude coding. Bro, we've been doing that since MySpace days. We was coding, making MySpace layouts and stuff like that. We've been on that. You feel what I'm saying? Like we've been doing all that stuff. It's just that they made it so easy for us to not want to work and laid it out for us to like not want to use it that we don't implement that talent anymore. But when everybody wanted to have that freaky layout for they MySpace background and wanted to add a music player, we was already on that. We was already doing it. We was already geniuses. We allowed social media to dumb it down on us and not make us do any more than what we needed to do. You know what I mean? So now what? Nobody's coding because you know why? They looked at it and said, yo, you know what? I think we giving them too much game. The people that could use this, they could take it and go do something with it. And what I would like, if I could add, if you don't mind, what I would like is if y'all do have a product or y'all don't have a physical product, like what I do, like my son, he sells t-shirts, my daughter sells edge control, and my son is coming out with a children's book, right? So what I do before these products even drop, right? Like my son's birthday was January 4th. So before I actually like finance this whole trip, I said, yo, let's see how much I can make for the whole trip. So what we do is pre-sale. Now, if you look at pre-sale, I think on the aspect of Apple threw $30 million in pre-sales with their phones before anybody actually has a tangible item. Do you have a product that you could pre-sell? Do you have say, hey, listen, be the first 10 people to get this and you receive X, Y, and Z, or hey, I would love for you to be the first to get it. Like these are words that people like will literally because they want to be the first. Like think about it, like when Shade Room or Baller Alert, they don't care if it's true or not. They just care if they the first to do it. They don't care if the information is accurate or no. They just want to be the first to report it. And people want to be the first to have it. So if you say things like, hey, I text everybody in my phone individually. I had him do it. I had him text everybody in my phone. Hey, I'm Zach. I'm a 9-year-old entrepreneur. I just dropped my t-shirt. I would love for you to be the first to support my business and pre-order it. Here's the link. In 2 days, he made $1,100. He made $1,100. He made $800. He made $800. He made $800 online in pre-sales. And then we pressed up a couple shirts. Where we went out and he made $300 in an hour. Just going to barbershop saying, hi, I'm Zach. I'm a 9-year-old entrepreneur. I got a clothing line X, Y, and Z. Would you support me today? My shirts is $25. Nobody in our neighborhood saw a 9-year-old entrepreneur come around with a sales pitch selling something. Yeah, young boy, give me that. So what could y'all do with y'all business to pre-sell? Y'all can make some money right now. I got like $800 sitting in my Shopify account right now for products that I don't even have physical yet. that people just buying. Why? Because I actually put it out there for them to get it to be the first.
All right. You know what I'm talking about? My good brother Runway coming with the gospel tonight. So, I hope that, it's mindset and it's execution. And so, half of this is just mindset and the other half is execution. So, whatever goal, whatever idea that you want to, make sure you have the proper mindset to execute it. Make sure you have the proper know-how and the proper knowledge to get that thing done. And that's why I like for you all to ask questions, because you may have something tangible that I can give you that's directly geared towards your industry, or, just some ideas that we could bounce around, so therefore you take something that's directly intentful and tangible towards your particular situation. Beyond that, if you all, that's why I'm about to open this next 10 minutes up to Q&A before we get out of here for this class. So does anybody have any questions for me or my special guest, Runway? And you can unmute yourself to ask the question. Let's see.
Hello?
Yes. Where are you? Who is that?
Hi, this is Warnisha.
I see.
Hi. I'm having a problem like getting followers on my page. Like for some reason I'm just stuck at 100. Like, do that have anything to do with me not having a Facebook page connected to my Instagram, or what? Like, what is that?
Hold on, let me look at your content right now.
Okay.
What's your page again?
You can look at the Credit Kingdom and then look at Ashley Banks 100.
No, the one you're talking about right now that has the 100 followers, Credit Kingdom. Okay.
The Credit Kingdom, yeah. Look on there, and like, I don't know what's wrong. I'm just stuck.
Okay, so the question is, all right, this is the question I want you to ask yourself is, why would anybody follow you?
Well, first of all, because I give out valuable information for people on how to get business credit financing. So.
I don't see that here, though.
Huh?
I don't see that here.
At the Credit Kingdom?
Yeah. I don't see that.
It should be on there. It's in the bio. Look in the bio.
No, I'm talking about your content is not reflecting that. I don't see the content reflecting that. Like, if I'm just somebody that just happened to go up on your page, and even the logo is kind of like the Credit Kingdom, I get it. You got the lady up there, you know what I mean? But that doesn't really look like you do credit. Like, you are supposed to be running an established, financial service, for people. And so if I'm going to compare yours to somebody else that's more professional, then I'm probably going to go to them. Yeah,
Right.
I see the picture with the guy that you have, the meme that you put from Black Wall Street. If anything, if you got that from them, I might go to Black Wall Street if that's a good meme. Like the one that you put out here for Black Queen Empowerment. Like, none of these are like things that make me want to come to your business to get my credit together. Plus, I don't see any links in the bio to where if you did have, where's the service attached to the content. And
okay, that's gonna be. I'm starting that March 1st. Like, I plan like on officially opening on March 1st. Right now, I'm just like familiarizing everybody with what I'm doing.
And then everybody can't get organic traffic like that. So, have you spent any money on any influencers?
No.
All right, that's one.
I don't know how to do this stuff. Like, this is all new to me.
You get to reach out to, and you got to reach out and DM people. You know what I mean? And then I want to see examples of, like, I don't see FICO score on here not one time. That lets me know that you do credit services. I hear you say business credit, but I don't even see FICO score.
Well, I don't do credit. I don't do credit repair. I do business credit. So I cater to business, like you said, B2B. I do B2B. So I'm more so I'm working with paydex scores instead of FICO scores.
All right, so let's change. Then you should change everything specifically to what you do. For one, I would start over with what you have.
Start over.
I would start over.
Okay.
And then I would get a logo as well. You know what I mean? And then either I want to see more specificity towards your industry so I can understand it more. I look at it like this. Your last 6 posts should always tell what your business is completely, right?
Yeah.
So if I was going to look at your last 6 posts, it should say somewhere where you should say, I don't do, matter of fact, what was that statement you said? I don't do personal credit, I do business credit.
Yeah.
That's what it
That's
should
your slogan.
That's what it is. Personal credit,
Yes.
business credit. You know what I mean? And therefore, it allows a person that doesn't really know to be able to distinguish very fast. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I want some business credit, then boom, she says she don't do personal credit, she do business credit. Let's do B2B business. Cool. This is the right person that I just came to. Now I want to see an example of how you do that and what that means. Like I see some memes, but I don't see nobody working. I want to see a real person behind this. And a lot of time people are creating these pages and I don't see any like life in these pages.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It looks like
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't even spend enough time to investigate to even see what this page is about because it just looks like a page of memes.
Right. Like, what if you a person that's not like you always camera ready? You always like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the camera turn on, I'm not like that.
Hire somebody else. You don't have. Here's the catapult
Have
system.
a brand ambassador.
Service.
Okay.
You could have reached out to me and said, Keys, I want to partner with you and do B2B business. Can you speak for my business? Can I pay you to do this? I have the service. Can you bring your clients for my business?
Okay.
So,
right, because this is a great platform. I don't mean to cut in, y'all, but you have a great platform. This right here. We got some lit people in here, girl. Runway
Thank you.
Pop, you got all the popular men on there, girl.
Who is that? Thank you, girl.
But what
That's what I was saying. I know it's valuable. It's valuable stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's $1 million worth of information.
I just went to the bank today, right, to get some business credit. So I could have been coming through you instead of going through them. You feel what I'm saying? So no. Listen, and this no cap. This no cap. I want the key bank. You know what I'm saying? I want the key bank because they giving it out. You know what I'm saying? But that was through a reference. And I want to tell you this, like nothing comes highly recommended more than a reference, more than somebody saying, hey, I want the X, Y, and Z. And when he say your page lifeless, psychologists say the thing that you're afraid to do the most is the thing that you're supposed to be doing. So all that camera ready, I'm not camera ready. Yo, it's like I had this sweatsuit on for 3 days. Listen, I don't care because guess what? I'm in beast mode right now. I'm grinding. So I ain't got time to be worried about no camera because your true self is getting on this internet and letting people know what you offer. And a lot of people want to be behind the scenes so much that you dimming your own light because when you talk, you have a nice present voice that makes me want to listen to what you have to say. But you're not using your own talent. You know what I'm saying? Because you're afraid to show who you really are. And that's going to allow people to buy into you. You don't have one video on your page that's saying, hey, this is what I do. No. Because I'm not camera ready. So out of 30 days out of the month, you wasn't camera ready one time. You didn't sit down but you could get on this call for 2 hours and say, listen, this is what it is. So you gotta take your business just as serious because you have something that can actually help people. I'm gonna do a bunch of real estate. Why? Because when Keys said, yo, I could have saved $20 a day. I've been getting money for a long time. I could have been saving $20 a day and I could have went and got a property every year at the end of every year. You feel what I'm saying? I would have had 10 properties right now. I'm 30. So now that I'm knowledgeable enough, I'm going to go get 10 properties this year. You feel what I'm saying? So that business credit, I'm going to need that. I'm going to spread my gems to somebody else and they going to need the business credit. So you just got to bring it. You got to bring it to life. You got this car. You got a Maybach. You know what I'm saying? With no engine in it.
Yeah, exactly. I just need help. Like it's a cry for help right now because I got this, you know what I'm saying? And it's valuable to people. It's valuable. Like people need this for real.
And how many?
No cap.
No cap.
Yes.
No cap.
How many business owners have you DM'd this month?
Am I supposed to DM people?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to over 100 people? You should try to DM 50 people a day.
Okay.
You should try to DM till they cut you
them
off.
until they block your ass. Then
Oh.
Exactly.
not only that, don't use Instagram. Use YouTube, use Facebook, use Snapchat, and then the number one, what's the number one thing that you should be on? The number one social media.
Instagram,
LinkedIn.
Facebook,
LinkedIn.
huh?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay.
LinkedIn is
Yeah.
all you be.
Give me a pen, baby. Give my pen.
LinkedIn, you should have your profile. You should be popping on LinkedIn. You should be presenting articles on LinkedIn all the time.
Thank you.
Getting people to get client service. You know what I mean? LinkedIn is supposed to be your best friend because LinkedIn is like the Instagram, the Facebook for businesses. That's what it is. Understand me? So like that's what I'm about to start investing a lot more time because people be coming in on my LinkedIn to try to give me jobs and hire me to do certain things. So now I want to spend more time investing on LinkedIn. The only thing is their ads are a little expensive, but they're worth it. You know what I mean?
They working. They working.
Yo, influencers is like even micro influencers, people that have like 10,000 followers. Those are the people you working with. But first, you know, change your whole aesthetic of your brand. Like black and gold, that's royal colors, but that's not banking institution colors. You understand me? That's not banking institution.
Well, you know what? I wanted to kind of, because those are like two of my favorite colors.
I know that your
Color
favorite
pair.
talking about brand psychology. Like,
all right, let's Keys, can I give us some gems real quick?
things of that nature. Go ahead, good brother.
All right, so listen, you a woman, right? And a lot of times that we go with the things that we like, but that's not important, baby. We gotta listen to what the crowd like. We gotta listen to what we appealing to. So a lot of times when I put stuff out there, we call it split testing. So we do it out there to get the results to see who likes what. So you should before you pick a brand, you should be looking into what colors that it means. Because if you know anything about brand colors, when you think of Ford F-150, you would think that they're marketing it to guys, but they're actually marketing it to 30-year and older women. Their colors, the way they run their commercials. So that's the things that you need to that's the things that you need to be looking at. You need to be looking at how many females is actually on this call and the rise of entrepreneurial women and how can I cater to the women business, because that's probably going to be the people that's going to come and talk to me, because these are the people that's doing business. So I'm going to drop these couple gems on you. You can go on Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and you can get you a logo made for like $5. You know what I'm saying? That could go ahead and start you off. And then you could take the 2 minutes that it takes and you could turn your Instagram page into a business page so you could get some analytics.
Okay.
So you could be able to see what your market is, so you can know, like, and then once you turn into a business page, you promoting on Instagram just $1 a day, just one single dollar a day. Like, come on, I know you got $30 for the whole month. Just promoting $1 a day is better than not promoting at all. But the content, like you said, the content that you got to create, it gotta be something that capture people and let them know what you do. So if you gotta say, yo, I'm gonna get camera ready out of these 30 days, I'm gonna get camera ready one day, and I'm gonna record my videos for the whole month. I'm gonna just change my blazer and my top. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna record all of my videos. Then that's what I'm gonna do on this Sunday when I ain't got nothing to do. But we have to make time to make it work. We can't make excuses of why it's not working, and then we not doing things to make the car move. You feel what I'm saying? So if you're not camera ready, then guess what? You gotta be camera ready one day to be able to record all your videos, because that's what we do. When I go places, I might have 2 hours. I might have 2 hours that we at this restaurant just chilling. But guess what? I'm outside of the restaurant. I'm inside of the restaurant. I'm doing lives. People looking at me like, what is God talking about? He giving game. I don't care who around me, because I locked in. I'm starving my distractions. I'm locked in because I got to add value and I got to give game. But if people can't come to your profile and see exactly what you do and see exactly, what you have to offer, then they can't get it. They just gonna scroll right past it because they don't feel like it's something serious. Like your page right now look like you trolling, like you trying to scheme somebody. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
Everybody
my
trying to.
God.
It don't even have your face on there. I can't see you. I can't see who I'm dealing with. I don't have a number I could call to get information to, like, you know, like, all right, I am a business that I'm trying to get business, but I don't got nobody I could talk to.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know, most people are afraid to do those things called consultations. You know what I mean?
I get paid for that.
Consultation really like change your life. You know, like you really can spend an hour with somebody, 2 hours with somebody, you know what I mean? And they can tell you how to run your whole business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like we not, you gotta, like, that's why I talk about believability. I just don't believe the average person. Like all of those things that you could be doing, you're not doing. You know what I mean? You're not Googling how you do it. You're not buying your consultations. You're not sending 50 DMs or, you know,
I need a consultation.
you know,
I don't have an iPhone. I don't have an iPhone.
iPhone. There's another link in the bio for it. You don't need an iPhone. You can just DM me. We can do the exchange. Look, we'll see. I'm doing business.
Check your DM.
Stop it.
You never. Please, you never check them.
No, look, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, okay? I check my DMs and then I put it back on unread, so I act like I didn't have to see it, okay? It's out. I did.
Oh,
It's out.
Dirty.
Everybody checks
right.
DMs. That's just the reality, okay? But if it's, like I said, if it's business, I'm always gonna check and I'm always gonna get back to you. Like especially if it's talking about some money, you talking about something to value. Let's tap in. You know what I mean? There's no look. You're not gonna find no entrepreneurs that if you tell them like, look, I can't give you my money this way, but can I give you my money that way? And they're serious, they're gonna find a way to get that money so y'all can exchange and do that business together. And so I look at myself as like, and I want you to think about this same thing on the flip side. If your customers are not coming to you, find where they are. You understand me? Find where they are. And so you ever see them annoying ass people in the comments always talking about, I got logos, I got cartoons. You can do that same shit. You can go,
comment hopping.
You can all alert, leave a comment, say, I don't do personal credit, I do business credit. That's the only comment I want you to leave everywhere you go. I don't do personal credit, I do business credit. That's the only comment I want you to drop on people's page. You know what I mean? And go that are financial pages already, like them, follow them, find them. They're looking for that service. DM those people that are already under those pages doing what you want to do. Your codes. So you can cipher for somebody else's page as well. They already exist. You just have to find where they are. But look, you're gonna have to get a consultation for the rest. Who got another question?
How do I book it? How do I tell me right now how I book a consultation with you?
Just hit my DM. I'll answer. We'll do a consultation.
Okay.
No, I still, hold on. In my link tree, I still have the consultation. Yeah, I still have the consultation. It's the one for the Motif app, which is for app users. But if you scroll down, you'll see
the email, right?
you can go to book 19 keys. But right now, you can just go to just slide in the DM and then I'll answer right back.
Okay.
Telegraph app. We in Telegraph app, so you can just hit me on the Telegraph app. That's easy. All right. Does anybody else have a question?
Back up.
Come on now, business owners. We doing business.
Y'all better get us while we here.
I don't have a business, y'all. I'm just here because, you know, I love y'all and all that, but I don't have a business.
Okay.
We love you too.
Okay, I have a business. This is Ashley. Like, what's my next step? What I need to do now?
Whoa. Back it up. First step. I don't know. What's going on in your life? What's happening?
Business. Okay. When you said to make a goal of what you want to make daily, I want to make $500 a day. Mm-hmm. What I need to do to make $500 a day?
Oh, $500 a day.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, and for one, it all looks about what you're currently doing, what you have to make money. You know, so your main source of income. You have. So, do you want it to be just in the business that you have?
You said, do I want it what?
In your job.
It was breaking up.
Do you want it to be just from your business or your job as well?
Just my business.
Matter that as long as you're making $500 a day.
I want a chakras to make $500 a day.
All right, so there's this one okay. First of all, you have to look at what you're not doing. So people always ask, how do you get to the next level? Look at what you're not doing before. So let me pull up your page real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, you don't have a store. So that's going to be major. You get you a store, and then you get you a link tree. So right now, link tree is a way to you can have multiple links under your inside your store the same way I do in my bio. So for one, you need a Shopify store. You understand me? Two, like my brother said, you can start taking pre-orders on things. So therefore, even things that you don't currently have in stock.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
Friday or whatever, and people are always always having money in rotation. 3, they said if you want to make more money, up your prices. I see that you have 7 chakra braids available today. They're gorgeous. They $5.55 each. I up my prices. You know what I mean? You want to make more money, up your prices. People will pay more. I sell bracelets for more than that, and I like the quality of what they currently look like. You can change your brand aesthetic. You can put. And these are just like small little tweaks, just looking at your brand right now. You can get a photographer to take more quality photos, and then you can take more pictures of your customers, because when people see other people buying stuff, and they want to buy into it as well.
I post all my customers on the story, so should I start posting them on the page?
Only when they have a very quality photo. Nobody wants a page full of terrible pictures. Okay. I mean, so if it's a quality photo, but you also can hire a videographer and go get you some hand models. You know what I mean? Like, you in the business of hand models and neck models. Go get you some hand models to where I can see some dope pictures with a white background, and they look like Gucci done did that. You know what I mean? Like the picture that you have right now, I know what you shot it on. It's a cotton photo. You shot it with your phone. You know what I mean? The same with the next one. I want to see a clear background. You know what I mean? I don't want to see no cotton paper. I want to see clear, because you can't sell it for more unless you put more into the product and put more into the brand. You know what I mean? You're also going to validate the cost that you're putting into it. Now she's hiring photographers. Now you're doing marketing. Now you have a better brand aesthetic. So I'm not just buying the bracelet anymore. Now I'm buying the brand. So that becomes different. So it's like, what value, like, why do you deserve to get $500 a day, first of all? You know what I mean? What more value are you adding into your brand? And then what more things can you do? So like I said, I told the story about the guy that was in insurance, right? The guy was in insurance, and the guy was giving them a talk. They hired a speaker to come, help shift the paradigm of, the insurance agencies. And the guy told them, in 1 year, you all can write $1 million worth of insurance. And so the guys, they took a break, intermission between the speech he was giving, and they said, you haven't sold insurance before. And he was like, how you know? He was like, because ain't nobody ever wrote $1 million. That's crazy. Nobody in the history of the company. And he said, that's why you need to listen. He said, if you listen, you can be the first person to do it. He said, actually, I'm going to give you the steps to how you can achieve this goal. I want you to go back in there, and I want you to listen with an open mind, and then I want you to execute what I'm talking about. So he went back up there and he talked to the people. And he said, you know what? There's over 30 people in this agency, and not one of them has ever written $1 million. I'm going to tell you what, this year, so-and-so, he pointed out the guy. He said, this guy right here is going to write over $1 million by the end of this year. And take in mind, it was already within the second quarter. So that means that they already was in May or whatever. So they only had like another, 7 months to be able to do this. But he said, here's the thing. Every morning, and I talked about this at first, he said, every morning, I want you, by 10 o'clock, I want you to be in front of a client. He said, I want you to be in front of a client, and then I don't want you to sell them. I want you to ask them, do they want to write $1 million worth of insurance? But he said, I bet that every morning, right now, nobody is in front of a client. You're in front of a computer. He said, you're in front of a computer setting up a call to a client. But he said, no, I want you to change that. I want you by 10 o'clock, I want you to be in front of a client, and I want you to be asking them to write $1 million. So the guys is listening like, all right, I'll try. This shit sound kind of crazy, but I'll try it. And not only did the guy that he pointed out sold $1 million, this is a completely true story, but other people in the company, once they seen it was possible, everybody started to write millions of dollars. And it changed. And the thing was, is that at first, everybody in the company was in front of their computer at 10 o'clock, not even in front of a client, but they also had never asked for the impossible. You know what I mean? So everybody had it in their mind that the ceiling and the threshold of what they could write and what they could do was 500,000 or 100,000, whatever it currently was. But the moment they start doing things that were outside their comfort zone of what they were doing, their results changed. So what is the example in your life as far as, you know, things that you could be doing differently than you're doing now? What's the equivalent of you being in front of a client at 10 in the morning? You understand me? And so that's the thing that you have to do, because how much time have you spent with this question, Ashley? Ask yourself every day, how can I make $500 a day? Like, genuinely, how many hours a day do you obsess over this answer?
How many hours a day? All day. Until the end of the day, and I calculate how much I made. And I'm like, okay, I made that today.
Every day?
What'd you say?
You said you obsess over that question, and what do you do to seek the answer?
I try to do more content. I try to post more content, get new followers. Like I went live, like the girl Warnisha was just saying how she's shy. I was gonna tell her I'm shy too. And I went live, like I was sick to my stomach the other day. My customers kept asking me to go live. I was sick to my stomach all day with anxiety about going live. But when I did go live, I went viral and I brought back so many new customers, paying customers. So you got to get out of that shyness, because I'm the same way.
Now, so first, I want to go through these steps of what you did first. So first you ask yourself the question, then you seek the answer, right? You obsess with whatever that answer is, and then you execute. So always answer, execute, question, answer, execute. Because every question is the answer in it. So like I said, you got to look at all the things that you're not doing. You know what I mean? So you haven't asked me to go live with you. I would have happily done it. You know, you know what I mean? So here's something that you could have done already to 10x your results. You know what I mean? To bring you marketing. I'm just bringing up things that are closely within your environment because you pay me, you know, and you want a client. So when I think about that, people are not doing all of the things that you can't do. So you have to ask yourself, I've exhausted everything possible to answer this question, right? So are you, you know, going to other pages where people are like, I want you to follow the chakra hashtag on Instagram. And everybody that follows that chakra hashtag, I want you to go like their pages. I want you to comment under their pages. You know what I mean? I want you to go see all of your clients. Those are your clients. That is your clientele. You know what I mean? Like, you never know how much of those people convert. You understand me? Like, if those people are actively in love with astrology, in love with chakra, those are your clients. So your goal is to convert all of them into customers. You understand me? So therefore, how much does it, if you want to make $500 a day, I want you to look at your best seller right now, right? And then I'm going to get so look at your best selling bracelet. You know what I mean? So your best selling bracelet, let's say it costs $10, just for example's sake. So that means you have to get how many? 50 people? You know what I mean? So that means you have 50 of those per day. You know what I mean? So you create a goal every single day, and a quota per the morning, the afternoon, into the evening. So let me sell, you know, 15 of them right before, you know what I mean, 12 o'clock. Let me sell this before this, before this, before this. You breaking it down. You know what I mean? And so first, before you get to your $500, you look at, have you mastered the 250 a day yet?
Yeah.
So you mastered the 250. So have you mastered 300?
Yeah.
Have you mastered 400?
Yes. Like I'm right at that mark. Like it fluctuates.
So you don't.
I want it to be every day.
$600 a day.
Okay.
So you keep trying to go directly for your goal. So in a sense, you're hitting it. You have to go above it, right?
Yeah.
You already really at $500 a day. You have to go to $600 and then be at $500, trying to figure out how you can get to that full brevity of that goal. Always make your goal bigger than it, because you already reached that. You understand me? And so you expand your habits to be like, you know what? I want to make $700. Your habits is going to get you probably at about $625. You understand me? But let's say really your subconscious, like your goal is really $500. So you surpassed that already, right? So never make your goal your exact target. Always go above that. So you don't want
But
$500
it,
a day. Figure out
but
how
it's like okay, it's like say yesterday I made 500.
Mhm.
So, but today, let's say I made 100. I'm saying like I want that every day.
Right. But you know, sometimes, yeah, make that your goal, but also realize that some days it's gonna fluctuate. So some days you want to make
Yeah.
to make up for the $100 day. You
Mhm.
understand me? You don't want to just make $500 a day.
Yeah.
You want to have that consistency, but also business fluctuates like that. But
Mhm.
at the same time, like I said, you don't even have a store. Yeah, I mean, you have to take money and invest back into the business that will increase your production. You don't just want to make $500 net. You want to make $500 profit. So really make your goal to make $500 profit per day. You understand?
Yeah.
It becomes a difference. So minus how much it costs for you to actually get that product, ship it out to the people. And then I want you to net your cost. Yeah, I mean, so you can see what your net profit is. So I want your goal to be, how can I make $500 a profit a day? You know what I mean? And then so client services, right? A person bought it 1 month. How can you expand your clients to be able to spend more money with you? You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing I used to do with Imprada. We had a CRM, which is a customer database. So what we do is we will get as much information about the customer as possible, which is the reason people get your email and all of this. You talk to your customers, know when their birthdays are, know when their girlfriend birthdays are, know when they sign this, know all these different things. So you always suggesting beads, following their pages, saying that, look, I got this for you. I see you stressed about this. Let me offer you a discount on this. You're being proactive in finding money that normally wouldn't have came to you. You know what I mean? You create that client database. Oh, I know that so-and-so said they want more money. Look, I got these money shopper beads for you. So-and-so said that they this. So-and-so said they got a baby. Look, you can get this, like you're suggesting gift ideas. And the gift ideas, I know your product doesn't cost that much. So a person will be like, cool, that's easy. But selling services, that's when you don't have a customer. That's when you have a client. You know what I mean? You might call upon a person and just ask them, or do this. You know, when they have like the different moon shifts and things of that nature, get you a VIC client list, people who spent over $100 with you. And when something happens, I want you to call them. When like a moon shift happens, call them and be like, look, you know, the moon is in Aquarius right now. I just wanted to let you know that things are going to be great for your sign. Yeah, I mean, I want you to make sure you re-energize your beads and stuff like that. Call them with no intent but to give them value. You know what I mean? Watch how that's going to turn around to where they're going to come back because you gave them that value. It's a whole experience. You understand? Changing your brand experience.
Keyword experience.
Right now. You know what I mean? Like you call me and be like, yo, I want to check on your bees right now, how they working for you. How's your energy set? I want you to
So how's your bees working for you?
They magnificent.
Yeah.
I'm about to consultation because of these bees. Like,
Hey, Keys, real quick, bro. Real quick. When I was in Bali last week, right? I just noticed like yo, like I spent $25 for a 2-hour massage, manicure, pedicure, and a facial, right? This is $25, right? But even still, after I was done, thank you. And like I always take stuff from my trips and bring it back to my business. It's like, yo, how much can we go after the person spent the money with us? You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, thank you. Calling them, you know, sending them a Yelp review. Hey, thank you for stopping in. This person, would you mind leaving me a Yelp review, or just something like extending the communication after they spent the dollar with you. That's how you turn a customer into a client. Once they're a client, they're yours forever. When they're a customer, they just go for whoever got the cheapest price or just for the moment. But we gotta do a little more. We gotta service a little more. We gotta go a little above and beyond and create experiences on top of the product. Our products can only go so far. Yes, we have amazing products, but when we create experience with our products, it goes so much further. And nothing is higher than a referral. Nothing is higher than somebody saying, hey, listen, this is where you go. We stayed at a crazy villa out Bali, but it came from a referral. We could have went and stayed anywhere, the W, the Regis. We could have went anywhere, but we came somewhere that said, yo, bro, this place was nice. Hospitality was good. Food was good. Stay here. That's what you want people to say about your business. So like, just think, yo, in my business, how could I cater a little more? How could I go that extra mile?
Facts. Like I said, that customer experience is what's going to set you apart with everything that you do. You know, packaging, and also here's a super fucking gem. You know what I mean? Shipping, right? So think of it like this, because I know some people who make a lot of money just off shipping and packaging, right? So you giving gifts, you can make money off gift packaging and shipping, right? So let's say that those briefs cost $5.55 and it costs you $3.40. What do you ship currently?
You talking to me?
Yeah, what do you use to ship currently?
USPS.
USPS. Do you have an account with them?
No.
Get you an account is going to save you money. You're spending too much money on shipping, right? Yeah, I mean, how much is your average shipping cost?
$3.50, but it just went up yesterday.
It went up for you?
Yeah, it went up I think it's like $3.58 now.
And you only have the little small B, so you should be able to you should be able to get that cost down. Because what are you shipping in? What kind of packaging?
The bubble wrap like yours, like I have the rose gold.
That's like,
and then for the
everything you probably do ship by about 2 ounces. Yeah, man.
Unless I'm shipping out like the big crystal pyramids. Like one lady bought 2 pyramids yesterday, and that was like $7.50.
And what do you send, that priority mail or something?
Yeah.
How much those weigh, you know?
First class. No, I don't.
Because I know I save a lot of money on shipping. And now here's the point for that is this. You know, I know I have some business people that I know, they make mostly all their money on shipping. And that's because they will take something that costs $3.50, but they will add in the shipping costs. They probably add another. Sometimes they have 50% up. You know what I mean? To where it'd be like it costs $3.50 for you to ship, but they make another $3.50 on it just because they charge you $7 flat fee. You know what I mean? So therefore, here you got a bracelet that cost a beads that costs $5.55, but you done made half of that, you know, same cost on just shipping, which is pure profit. You know what I mean? And so you got to imagine this is that if you ship out 1,000 bracelets and you make $3 on each one, that's an extra, you know, $3,000 a year. If you do 100,000 bracelets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at this. Like, you're adding profit on too. So even when you want to ask about how can you make this extra money, and that's why I said you got to ask how much you can make in profit, because there's different ways you can do it. Now you have gift wrapping services. What if you grab some boxes and people want a gift wraps and you put it in a nice bow? The gift wrapping stuff might cost you actually $1 to make, but the service you might be able to charge $5 for. You know what I mean? So you're adding on cost to the product. So therefore, money based off the services that you already provide, rather than even looking for more clients. You know what I mean? So you get to maximize what you're already doing. So like I said, a person that, you know, sell 10,000 things and they add $3 on that. You know what I mean? Like some people then sell a product for very cheap, but they sell 1 million of them and they add that extra $3 on the cost and they made $3 million just off shipping. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like you have to think of it in those terms. It's like, where can you maximize profits? You know what I mean? And most of the time, you know, it's looking at those expenses that you already have and it's looking at where you can maximize that. Because like I said, a lot of people give gifts when they talking about chakras and beads and things of that nature. So adding that gift wrapping component, I would love, you know, people, it's funny when it comes to shipping and gift wrapping, people act like that they don't calculate that with the price. Like we don't really care about shipping as a people. We buy the product, the shipping costs goddamn sometimes more than the actual product, but you pay for it as if that money that you spent on shipping is not real. You understand me? That's how like people are wired to not really add in the cost of that shipping. So I would make sure that, you know, you looking at different areas that you can maximize when it comes to business opportunity. You know what I mean? And therefore you start to make more profit. You understand me? And you're also maximizing everything that you're doing. But yeah, look at shipping and packaging as two services that you can add on to what you're doing and make your packaging beautiful. You know what I mean? To where that person gonna want to get that to their girlfriend or mother.
Okay. I'm gonna show it to you because I got a couple going out.
And get that store.
Get that store. Like
You be making money while you sleep, girl. Get that store.
Okay, so this is how I send it, and then I put love and light on the back.
Now that's cool, but let me see. That's cool. That's cool. Why do you okay, I would do it like this. That's why I say get you so you get the Shopify, they're gonna give you an account, right? Give you an account to where you just have it like right here. I wouldn't have all of that extra stuff on there. I wouldn't even handwrite it. I would sign it, but I wouldn't handwrite the address like that. I would just let you know where you just take this onto the top of it. Yeah, man. And then you can get your sticker that you put on there if you want your logo on there or something. Yeah, I mean, all branding, it's all professional. And then, like I said, go get you some gift wrapping paper or something. So when they open it up, it's another experience. You know what I mean? But like I say, I would even add on this service for you. I would add this service to where you give people discounts if they're giving gifts. You know what I mean? But if they're giving, sell them the service of gift wrapping. So yes, they get a discount on the product, but you're going to be making your profit on the gift wrapping service. You understand me? So you tell people if you're giving a gift, then I'll give you a discount. But then when you talk to them, you offer them the gift wrapping service. You show them what it looks like. Always keep an example on you and be like, do you want a gift wrap? So essentially what you're really selling is the gift wrapping service, which costs you nothing but the material. So therefore you're able to make more profit. So you're thinking about just one aspect of the business, but each business that makes profit is good for the business. Each part of the business that makes profit is good for the business. So you get to maximize your opportunities. Boom.
Thanks, guys.
All right. No problem. So I want to thank everybody for staying on live and being part of the live in the class. I appreciate everybody who's been here, who's been soaking up the information and knowledge. If you have any more questions before we go, because we got to go right now. I didn't have the runway on here. His time is expensive, man.
I have a question.
It's all good.
I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Angela, and I have a business. It's kind of new. I just literally launched it like New Year's Eve. And basically, it's just like a water bottle. You know, I'm promoting health and fitness. I'm a nurse, and I'm just promoting, hydration and different things, just with my followers. And it started off with me just giving health tips, but then I decided to take it and put it into a product. And basically, this is like my motto is moving health and fitness from a hashtag to a lifestyle. So basically, like I'm bringing my tips into your home. It's one thing to see hashtags and, that's like a trend. Everybody does that. But, I'm trying to bring the product into their home because it's one thing to see it on the internet, but it's another thing when you see it sitting right on your counter, and it's a constant reminder to stay hydrated. And as you see right here, it says, stay hydrated, 3 fills equal 9 cups. Meaning, if you fill this up 3 times, you've already had your 9 cups for that day. And I chose the 9 before I even found out about 19 keys. So that's a big coincidence. But basically, I just started running promotions and everything on Instagram, and I'm getting a lot of likes and a lot of, what do they call them, and interactions. But I'm not getting as many as I should. So I was just wondering maybe if you could take a look at my website and just see if it's something that I could tweak, or what do you think about Google ads? Do they work?
No, I wouldn't do. I think your business is going to be better in person. Taking, because you got a bottle, and that's something like I'm not sure if I would buy a bottle online right now. I think that. Do you do any venues to where you set up and you do any vending?
No, I just started. I'm thinking about doing that.
You're thinking about doing it? No, you should do it. Also, when you're doing, you should have a separate page for your bottles, for one. And then you have to associate it with the cost. And I would look at it like I'm not selling a bottle for one. I wouldn't try to sell a bottle. I would sell a lifestyle, and then the bottle would just be attached to it. You know what I mean? Meaning that you should have a page that's dedicated to just pure health. You know what I mean? And if people appreciate the value that they're getting from the content from your page, then they'll buy the bottle associated with it because they're buying into the brand. Because this is a branding tool that people buy. It's merch. You know what I mean? That's what a bottle is. You're buying merch. So if I want to be selling a bottle, I wouldn't sell a bottle. I would just sell a lifestyle brand. And then that people, because I'm giving you so much value, that people are going to want to buy this bottle because it represents. So you should like create a challenge of drink 9 cups a day. You know what I mean? Or you should create a vlog about how you really drink that much a day, and you show people each time that you're drinking it. And then if people want to get involved in it and they see themselves doing the same thing, then of course they're going to buy that bottle that represents that brand. But also I would just create a separate page for my brand, for the bottles. You understand me? And then I wouldn't just have product pictures, you know, that generic. I will have real product pictures. I don't see one person on here actually drinking from this. We have mirror neurons. Every time you see a product commercial, you see somebody else drinking next to it. Yeah, man, like you should be out working out, drinking. You should be out super healthy. You should be throwing the nutritional facts and things of that nature towards it. So therefore, yeah, I want to drink 9 cups a day. And then I also want to support a girl who told me about this challenge. So let me go buy one of these bottles so I can fill it up. Yeah, I mean, do my 3 fills and get my 9 cups every single day because it has the instructions on there. So like you create the value, and then the value becomes the call to action. You understand me? But that's how I would brand what you're doing first. I would create a brand around it, a lifestyle brand, and then let the bottle just be the merch of the brand.
Okay. And just focus on, you know, what I'm doing, giving help, helping people.
Focus on just giving value.
Right.
Focus on giving value, and then tell people, focus on giving value, and then tell people what you do with your bottle. And then people want bottles too to do the same thing.
What city you from?
I'm from Chicago.
You from Chicago? They got like walks there for like cancer and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everything that's informative, where it's a large amount of people like that, I would get like 5-10 of us to go out there in our brand color with a couple of our bottles and just try to educate people on what we do. See if you can get people to take pictures with the bottle. Hey, look, do you mind taking a picture with a bottle? This is my brand. Well, I mean, how much would it cost you? You feel what I'm saying? Now you got a cause tied to your brand, and you got free marketing to go with it. You got free pictures to upload with it to associate with a cause. Oh wow, everybody down there, they doing a Gary Popper walk, they doing a cancer walk, they doing a walk for lung cancer. You got all these different things, and it's attached to something now. But then you gotta make this bottle look as cool as possible. Because the first thing we know, Polar Spring, all the bottles look the same. When I first started like getting on my healthy stuff, when I drunk a bottle of water, I saw this bottle. It was like Boss. It looked like a Ciroc bottle. I'm like, yo, what they got this fancy bottle of water for? And you got this bottle with this statement on it, and it mean this great thing. It just needs the product pictures to pop out. So if I see somebody on a trip with this and they out Africa and they got this bottle of water, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? What is this? Right. But you gotta sell the lifestyle what it is, but you can actually, do things like that where you could just, just go and just pass out flyers and just get people informed about what you have. Just get people informed and educate them.
I actually have pictures coming, like my family has been in the bottle, they sending me pictures, but I don't have one with myself on there, so I'm like, I can't just post their pictures, before I post one of myself.
No, you let everybody else do the work. You let it's because it's gonna be one of them things where it's going to be universal. You want it to be as universal as possible. Chinese people, Caucasian people, Indian people. You want as many people to get into this lifestyle as possible.
And then you're a nurse, so throw like tips, like do your water a day challenge. Like you should literally, if you're going to sell a bottle and that's what you want to do. Like I said, I wouldn't look at it from the aspect of selling a bottle. I would just look at it from the aspect of this is what I do with my lifestyle, and this is what I want to in order to connect.
Yep. People going, they're going to tap in.
I want to see you drinking a bottle every single day. You understand me? But
y'all will see that next week. Next month.
Send a bottle to my brother Runway and see if he want to drink. He want to take the 3-day the 3 refills a day challenge. So
I take
9 cups in.
definitely. I'm gonna DM both of you guys. I'll send you both a bottle, you know, and you can let me know how you work, how it works for you.
I
And
got
I'm
you.
gonna have some
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
I'm
Because look, 9 out of 10 people are going to try to do that challenge to where they're getting those 3 refills a day in, because it's an
and
accountability.
I actually have
That's what it is.
I have a challenge highlighted on my page too. I did one, but you know,
Nah,
like I
you
said,
did
it's just
one,
getting
man.
started. I have a lot
Like
of
I said, the
ideas.
last 6
You
pictures to let me know everything I need to know about your brand.
you need to be hitting every workout person, everybody. Hey, would you join this challenge? Would you challenge, you know, the people that you training to do this challenge? Like, just getting as many people on board with the lifestyle. But you gotta just get annoying. DMs, comments, you gotta get annoying.
And
A
be
lot of the grind is just annoying people until they see you to either they unfollow you or they support you. Most people be like, oh, I don't want to keep posting the same thing. I don't want to be annoying. Man, I'm putting this up today. I'm putting this up today.
Instagram is a
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah,
It's not the movie. You want to put the movie
yeah,
on YouTube. Watch it on Black.
yeah.
Right.
But Instagram is a commercial. Brothers who run the commercial all day long. Some people
Yo,
post one time, be like, that's it. Like it's a good outfit. Yeah.
yo, this is not the lottery, y'all. This is not the lottery. You're not gonna hit it on the first time. You ain't gonna hit it on the first time. Like, we got a saying we call promote till they die or they buy. Like, I'm gonna do this until this person is dead or till they buy from me, till they support. Like, you gotta be annoying. The first time you hear a song, it don't become your favorite song the first time you hear it. It become your favorite song the 10th, 11th time. Oh, that's my song. Like, not the very first time. You just like it the first time. By the 10th time, you love it. You so in love with it that you can't get it out of your head. And marketing is the same way. Y'all gotta put it out there until they love it.
Facts.
Okay.
Well,
There you go. Provide value. Just focus on providing value and building a brand, and create a separate page for it. You know, provide those nutritional facts, DM those influencers, create your videos, create your challenges. You know, do it every single day. You know what I mean? Set up on it. Every day you should be dropping 3 new pieces of content to your challenges.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that.
Wow. Well, thank you, everybody. I'm tired. I need some water. If I wish I could now. But instead, I got my lovely paradigm shifting cup, which is available. Link in the bio. Let me stop playing. This is the In the Keys class. I will have the recording. I didn't record the whole session, but I recorded most of it, so I'll be putting it back into the chat so you'll be able to look over it. And everybody, if you are continuous Black on Demand and you just started this month, you continue to have classes for next month. If not, if you started in December or you started at the beginning of the month, in order to access the next classes, you had to download the Unity as Wealth app and become a member. So that's how we gonna do that. So I appreciate everybody who's tapped in, everybody who's tuned in, and thank you for our special guest, my good brother Runway. You understand me?
Appreciate it.
My brother, I'm gonna send me your
Thank you.
green crown, my brother.
Say that again.
I'm gonna send you a green crown, man.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, man, for being my special guest on here, man.
I'm gonna take that thing to like 20 countries this year. You hear me?
I got you.
I'm playing. You think I'm playing? You get it to me before this weekend, I might have it. And I think I'm going to Miami this weekend for Grant Cardone, and then probably
right here in this package, sitting directly.
Yeah. I actually open it. I open it when I get to Brazil.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna wrap it in all the gold specials.
There you go.
So yeah, man. So thank you everybody for tuning in. You know, I hope you take some of this information and some of this knowledge and execute and apply. It's all about mindset management, managing yourself to be your best self, to where you can get those results and goals achieved that you actually want and that you have within your mind. And it's also about creating a safe space and creating a community and a group to where you can ask these questions that you may normally not have the ability to ask, and find someone else who's done what you want to do. Like my good brother Runway, making, you know, he has several businesses, and I implore all of you to go follow my brother and see what he has done. He's done one of my last videos because I seen Derek Grace posting him up. And I'm like, yo, who this crazy dude right there, man? He's work. So
appreciate it.
Philly, I definitely tapped in. And we also going to be doing a live tomorrow, providing some more information on Instagram And I also can't wait to come back out there to Philly, man, and just tap in with you.
Yeah, appreciate it. I might be out there soon, bro. I've never been to LA before.
Slide through, my brother. Slide through.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pull up.
Further ado, man, y'all don't have to go nowhere, but I do. So I appreciate y'all, man. Peace and blessing. This is the Keys class.